For most people, the story of Samurai Jack is simple. A noble warrior from the past, a magic sword, and a battle against the ultimate evil. Every episode followed the same pattern. Jack arrives in a strange future, he helps people in danger, he searches for a way back to the past. But every time he gets close, Aku stops him, and the cycle begins again. For years, that's how the story of Samurai Jack continued. But what most fans didn't realize is that the real ending of Jack's journey was never meant to be hopeful. Because hidden beneath the adventures, the comedy, and the strange worlds Jack travels through, there's a far darker truth. A truth about what happens to a hero when he spends decades fighting a war he can never win. Because in Aku's future, time doesn't just trap Jack, it breaks him. The story begins thousands of years before the ruined future Jack wakes up in. Jack was the son of a powerful emperor, a warrior trained from childhood to defeat evil. But the enemy he faced was unlike anything the world had ever seen. Aku, the shape-shifting master of darkness, an ancient being born from pure evil. No army could defeat him, no kingdom could stop him. And when Aku conquered the world, only one weapon remained capable of destroying him, a magical sword forged by the gods themselves, the sword that Jack would one day carry. When Jack finally confronted Aku, the battle nearly ended the war. But Aku had one final trick. Before Jack could destroy him, Aku opened a portal through time, a vortex that threw Jack thousands of years into the future. A future where Aku had already won. Cities burned, entire civilizations enslaved. The planet transformed into a dystopian nightmare ruled by Aku's iron fist. And Jack was alone, stranded in a world he didn't belong to. At first, Jack believed escaping was simple. Find a time portal, return to the past, defeat Aku before the future ever happened. But Aku knew exactly what Jack's plan was, and he spent centuries destroying every portal that could send Jack home. One by one, portal after portal, hope after hope. Each time Jack came close, Aku destroyed the path, and slowly the years passed. Decades went by. Jack never aged, but the world around him did. Friends he made grew old, entire cities rose and fell, wars began and ended, and still Jack fought. Everywhere he traveled, he saw the same thing: oppression, fear, people living under Aku's shadow. And every time Jack helped someone, he realized something painful. Even when he won a battle, Aku still ruled the world. But the greatest tragedy of Jack's story wasn't the war, it was what the war did to him. Because after 50 years of fighting, even a hero begins to change. Jack became tired, haunted. The memories of everyone he couldn't save followed him everywhere. Entire villages destroyed, friends lost, worlds ruined by Aku's rule. And for the first time in his life, Jack began to doubt himself. The greatest enemy Jack faced wasn't Aku, it was time. Because every year that passed meant something terrible. The longer Jack stayed in the future, the harder it became to return to the past, the harder it became to undo the damage Aku had already done. Eventually, Jack realized something horrifying. If he failed to return to the past, this broken future would become permanent. Aku's victory would last forever, and Jack would be remembered as the hero who came too late. For decades, Jack wandered the ruined world searching for hope, searching for one last chance to reach the past. But Aku never stopped hunting him, because Aku understood something important. As long as Jack lived, the future was never truly secure. So, Aku hunted him. Year after year, battle after battle, waiting for the moment when the warrior would finally break. But even after 50 years of war, Jack never stopped fighting, because that's the true meaning of his story. Samurai Jack isn't just about defeating evil, it's about endurance, about continuing the fight even when victory seems impossible. Because in a future ruled by darkness, even a single warrior can still carry the light. And that's the dark truth behind Samurai Jack's journey. It was never just a story about time travel. It was the story of a hero trapped in a world where evil had already won. A warrior forced to spend decades fighting a war he couldn't escape. And a reminder that sometimes the greatest heroes aren't the ones who win quickly. They're the ones who refuse to give up, even after 50 years of darkness.